What if I told you that there's a secret behind the fastest growing Amazon accounts? In fact, in just 3 months, using this secret, I took Layla Luna from a struggling brand to 1,138% growth on Amazon. But the strange part is, this secret is so shockingly simple, maybe even so childish, that it's overlooked by 99% of all Amazon sellers. And it could be the reason that even after tweaking your Amazon listings to oblivion and adjusting your keywords and running paid ads, you're still watching other sellers grow while your sales barely budge. And that's why in this video, I'm about to give you the proven framework trusted by top 5% Amazon sellers. By the way, if you want to actually apply what I'm showing you here and not just lurk or listen to it, I made something for you. It's called the Amazon Growth Layers Playbook, and it walks you through each of these 4 layers step by step: story-driven listings, SEO visibility, PPC boosts, and building trust. It even includes tools, checklists, and many case studies so you can see what it looks like on real 7-figure listings. Just grab it free using the link in the description or the pinned comment. No email required. But it's not just for launches, because this exact framework is what took Layla Luna from that shocking 1,000% plus start to scaling to over 7 figures in Amazon sales. And they did it in months instead of years. But really, what's the difference between sellers who consistently see massive growth and those who struggle to break through? Well, first things first, we have to shift our thinking away from just following instructions, like say building a model car, where you have to do each step just right and in the right order. Because I don't know about you, but if you've ever built a model car and you glued one part of that model wrong, you ruined the whole model, and those poor wheels on your GTO never turned. And that's sad. But Amazon is not like that. It's actually far more fun. I mean, remember the fun of stacking Legos as a kid? Basically, you could create anything you wanted. It was amazing. And if you wanted a new design, no problem. Just swap out a few pieces. With Amazon, it's the exact same idea. Each part of your strategy is like a different Lego brick. And the biggest win with this Lego style approach is that you never feel stuck or pinned down, especially if you're starting with 0 sales. Want more sales? Just adjust a few bricks, click, and you're off. Need to improve margins? No problem. Shift a few bricks around, and your bookkeeper's smiling now too. But it all depends on getting the biggest assortment of these awesome bricks that you can find. Because we can use this huge bucket of bricks to build just about any Amazon business our heart desires. But where do we get our big box of bricks to start with this process? Well, it all starts with the worst word in the English vocabulary. And yeah, I know, we all cringe at the thought of research. But let me just say that research is the secret ingredient that turns chaos into cash flow, but only if it's done in a very specific way. Because hunting for that elusive blue Lego brick at the bottom of the tub can be painful. Sure, you want to dig past all the sharp pieces, but when you find just the right brick, everything clicks and suddenly you're building a masterpiece that leads to profit. And profit is really, really fun. I mean, every product has one of these. It's pretty flat and lifeless. No one cares about this thing. To make it interesting, we need to snap some bricks onto it to make it dimensional. So let's talk about the bricks. Specifically, let's start with the blue bricks. These are what will transform your listing from a flat, lifeless listing to something majestic and powerful. In fact, just think of how many Amazon listings you scroll past because they all feel the same, with uninspired, robotic, fact-filled pages that don't resonate. This is where you shove your hand down into that big bin of blocks and you mine out a treasure trove of reviews and testimonials with authentic language that stirs up emotion and speaks of a transformation. Think of this transformation story as one single blue brick. And stack enough of these blue bricks together, and your structure begins to take on a form, a life of its own. This infuses personality and relatability into your build. Each anecdote and every relatable phrase is a blue brick that you can snap into your product copy, into your lifestyle photos, into your promotional videos, creating scenes where potential buyers can picture themselves happy and transformed. Like with CryoConcept's innovative cryotherapy device. If you just start with the facts, you'd be in real trouble. Because here's the problem. Wart remover isn't exactly a glamorous topic, and your listing will feel sterile. Sure, it'll have all those technical specs and claim support, but it'll lack that human connection that transforms browsers into buyers. That's the danger when we approach Amazon like we're selling a product, because when a shopper lands on your product page, instead of seeing themselves, they just see your clinical description of your product and they feel nothing. And then they just scroll on. Why? Because your listing means nothing to them. There is no what's in it for me. And it certainly doesn't reflect their journey. The embarrassment they feel about showing their wart-covered hands in public, the frustration of trying other wart solutions that didn't work, or the relief they feel by finding something that really does work. But when you dive into those reviews you've received, you'll see things like, I tried everything to get rid of this stubborn wart and nothing worked. I hated shaking hands because of how it looked. I was worried about using harsh chemicals on my kids, so I avoided wart removers, but this was so much more quick, healthy, and safe. Oh, that's another awesome blue brick. I couldn't believe how easy it was. Just one application and the wart was gone for good. Oh, fast results. That's always a great blue brick. You see, these aren't just reviews, they're stories, and your future customers are waiting to see themselves in those stories. Without these emotional connections, your listing will feel lifeless. But when you take these real-life stories and snap them into your marketing, something magical begins to happen. Like in this copy, say goodbye to the embarrassment of stubborn warts with the same skin-safe cryotherapy trusted by parents and used by doctors. And in these lifestyle photos where we show a parent sending their child to school with confidence, or showing families wearing the clothes that they want to wear in summertime. Getting those blue bricks just right is part of what drove this product from $0 to $68,000 in just 28 days, and then onward to multiple seven figures just a few months later. But if you get all these blue bricks set up and all the stories ready to go, but no one ever visits your listing to see those stories, you're never gonna see seven-figure sales. But because of that, I wanna talk about this brick. But before I do, it would mean a ton if you would smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so that we can impact more people who are just starting out or who are struggling on Amazon. Because I see Amazon gurus gatekeeping these kinds of strategies behind $9,000 paywalls or sharing them in private mastermind groups. So I'm on a mission to help 1,000 people grow to over $100,000 in sales on Amazon by giving away every resource you need for free. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button for even more tips and Amazon tricks that you won't find anywhere else. Like I'm about to show you with this brick. Because if the blue bricks give you transformation stories, the red bricks are all about driving people to your listing with the power of Amazon SEO and then strategically ranking in the search results. These red bricks build momentum, making sure your product doesn't just exist, it thrives. Why are these red bricks so important? Because they boost your visibility and give you a solid chance to reach customers, but without the extra cost of advertising. Think of these as pillars that lift your brand up high for everyone to see. When your product is optimized with the right keywords or with carefully crafted product descriptions and relevance-driven wording, you start to attract traffic that flows straight to your listing like a magnet. And the best part? Each click from organic traffic is like getting an extra brick for free. This is free Amazon traffic. The more you stack these red bricks together, the higher your reach and the more potential customers you can pull into your funnel. Like we did with Carrick, who sold an innovative gaming mouse that made clicking 2 times faster. But he was not getting seen at all. So we used many of these red bricks to improve on his ranking. One red brick that is really powerful is called keyword density. You see, the Amazon algorithm acts like a bloodhound, sniffing out new, unranked Amazon listings with keyword density profiles similar to the top selling listings. Those listings that already own page 1. When the algorithm finds a match, it boosts the unranked listing up towards page 1. What we did for Carrick was to identify his top ranking competitors. Specifically, we found 3 listings that were performing really well for his target keyword, gaming mouse. We used a keyword density checker tool to see which keywords these top listings were using and how often each keyword was used. Then we simply played keyword Tetris to match Carrick's keyword profile to that of those top listings. Getting that red brick just right jumped his unique gaming mouse from lost on page 7 to owning page 1, and it all happened overnight. I mean, master this layer and you're building a self-sustaining engine that keeps delivering results. No ad budget required. But what if you've got all your red bricks in place and you're getting good free traffic, but you want more? Well, let's talk about these yellow bricks. These are the pieces that snap right into place to bring faster, more targeted traffic. While the red bricks give you a steady organic growth, the yellow bricks accelerate your momentum and add a burst of visibility precisely when and where you need it. With well-placed PPC ads, you're not just attracting any visitors, you're bringing in targeted shoppers who are primed and ready to buy. These yellow bricks help you to stand out in competitive spaces, placing your product in front of high-intent shoppers and giving your listing that little extra push to climb in the rankings and to boost your sales volume. Think of these paid traffic campaigns as extra support for your Amazon structure. They quickly fill in the gaps and create a seamless flow of traffic that complements your red bricks organic outreach. And when executed strategically, these yellow bricks don't just generate clicks, they deliver conversions that build profitability and growth for your brand. One extremely effective yellow brick right now is Affinity campaigns. These campaigns bypass the ultra-competitive world of keyword bidding by focusing on customers who are already demonstrating buying behavior for complementary products. So that means instead of battling for keywords, you're strategically placing your product in front of shoppers who are in buying mode, but in a very particular way. The idea is to expand your reach by showing up in places you never thought possible, targeting people based on shopping behaviors and even the type of products that they tend to buy. For example, we found that shoppers who needed help with nail fungus and skin tags were also looking for wart treatments. They are the same affinity audience, and when we figured that out and targeted those products with our ads, they brought home an amazing 5x, 10x, and even 15x ROAS. And that helped to drive a fresh $250,000 a month in sales on Amazon. So setting up Affinity campaigns is straightforward. You just use Amazon's product targeting feature to place ads on a specific product page. Pick a page where your shoppers are already swarming and simply set up a manually targeted, product targeted Amazon campaign. And boom, you are set up to grab those shoppers. Look, if you invest in these yellow bricks wisely, they'll create a solid return, keeping your entire structure growing strong and steady. But there's one area that I see beginners getting stuck on all the time. And it could be the reason that your ad spend is through the roof. Because if you got shoppers coming to a listing without this, they will just turn around and leave, and you'll be stuck paying the bill for clicks that never turned into sales. That's why we have to focus just a bit on these green bricks. These add the finishing touches that make your structure not just strong, but trustworthy. These are your ultimate credibility triggers. Why do these green bricks matter so much? Because potential customers are like investors. They're looking at your building's business plan, and they need reassurance that your building is an investment worthy of their time, money, and effort. When your listing is adorned with positive, authentic reviews, it's as if you're fortifying your structure with reinforcements that can stand the test of time. Customer reviews also act as magnets for future buyers, creating a cycle of trust that fuels their sales. The more glowing reviews you have, the more confident shoppers feel about making a purchase. And confidence creates conversions. But what if you don't have any reviews yet? Does that mean you don't have any other green bricks to use? Goodness, no. Just pick up some of those blue bricks you got from research and then turn them into green bricks. Oof. Yep, create your own social proof. Join thousands who have said goodbye to warts with CryoConcept's safe and effective cryotherapy solution. That's right, just say it. Add the proof right into your marketing. Of course, only if it's true, right? But if you have the proof, say it loud and clear. Pair those emotional phrases with lifestyle visuals, like this one that puts a testimonial right on the face-to-camera image. Boom, you have social proof and you didn't even need to pay for reviews. Amazing. Now here's where the magic happens, because when you snap each of these pieces together, that's when you start to see real growth. For instance, what if your traffic is good, but you're ready to level up, to not just grow, but dominate your category? Well, go back to your blue bricks and turn those stories into listing videos. Or if you already have videos on your listing, add a green brick of social proof with some user-generated content. Or you want to go extra? Add some user-generated content with paid ads, and you'll have users of your products talking directly to your shoppers about your product. This means that you have nearly endless possibilities. But one area I see too many sellers stuck in is within their own silo, where they just don't know all of the options behind these fun and amazing bricks. It's kind of like you get zoomed in on just one brick, and then you look up to see that all your competitors are out there capturing sales that could and should be yours. Or worse, your competitors are siphoning off potential customers who would have been a perfect fit for your product. That's why I created this guide to lead you through each one of these moves, step by step, with the exact same system that I've used to drive $100 million in sales annually. So click that video right there and let me show you how easy it all can really be.